Tough game. Welcome back to Defending Football. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to say before the video, I really appreciate all my subscribers, especially people that comment and like the video, of course. And I'm glad you're into the UFL because I love it. But today we're talking about the DC Defenders versus San Antonio Brahmas game. And I want to touch on a few points of why the Defenders did not come out on top in that game. So obviously the final score was 27-12. The Defenders did not score an official touchdown in the game, and the Brahmas looked very good. And this is not to take anything away from the Brahmas, but my first point is a defensive disaster. Later in the game, we did settle down and stop San Antonio, but early on, they were doing whatever they wanted. We ended up allowing 270 yards of offense, 3 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And San Antonio converted a lot of their point after attempts as well. We did end up with 1 sack and 1 forced fumble, which was an amazing hit. But overall, I think we just gave up way too much yardage. And when I was on the DC Defenders show, I stated that we needed to keep everything in front of us and let them pick up those empty yards. But the Defenders had other ideas. They wanted to play a lot of man, and they just diced us up in the first half of the game. To be fair, the late touchdown skewed the score. The defense really gave up 20 points, but definitely got to tighten it up. And special teams, I don't really want to show this play again, but I'm going to. A fake field goal from a punter to a center for a touchdown. I know you guys have probably seen it a million times now. This should never happen. And even then, I understand it caught you off guard. It caught me off guard. But if you look at the end of this play, there's a lot of players on DC jogging to the ball, and that is my main issue with the play. So roll the tape.
Punter Brad Wing takes the snap. He wants to throw. Brad Wing lofts it downfield, and it's caught to the goal line. Touchdown!
So obviously that was a killer of a play that totally changed the complexity of the game. Obviously, San Antonio had a great game plan for us, and Chase Garbers played way better than I thought, but we will see them again. And credit to Greg Williams for adjusting in the second half. I got to give him credit. But offensively, my main issue with offense, run the damn ball. Cameron Harris had 8 carries for 21 yards, only 8 carries. Guys, we did not run the ball enough. I know we were down in the game. That's probably a big reason why we didn't run. But we still need to understand we have to be able to set the tone on offense. Our offense seemed kind of soft because we weren't being physical. We were dropping back, passing so much. It's hard to get a rhythm and a physicality. So I think leaning into the run is going to be very important for success this week against Houston. But the thing is, you don't have to just line up and run. You can do some creative stuff. We have a lot of speedy players and versatile players on our offense, our quarterbacks, our running backs, and Puka Williams. Kiki QT, we could do things with him. He looked very good, by the way. So I think you just need to get a little bit more multiple in the run game. You don't have to do what you did with Abram and just go line up, boom, go, hit the gap. You can run triple options. And I want to see some double forward passes. We got to get creative. People are going to start keying in on those RPOs we like. And you can see they were trying to do that in this game. So just get a little more creative, and you got to set the tone running the ball at least a little bit, guys. I have no problem with Te'amu in this game except for one throw, and we know what it was. But I'll get to that in a minute. Besides that, he leads the league in passing, which is pretty cool. The problem was he was always put in bad situations on the offense. Penalties killed us in this game, bringing us behind the sticks. We do something positive, take it back. Do something positive and take it back. It was very frustrating to watch, honestly, and I'm pretty sure Te'amu converted multiple 3rd and 20s or longer in this game, which should never have to happen. But moving on to the main story of this game, and I'm calling this game the Gene Delance game. Gene Delance gets player of the game, our right tackle. Do you want to know why? Because he had 7 penalties, gave up 2 sacks, he took away 2 touchdowns off the board, a legal man downfield the first time, Kiki QT touchdown, and then late in the game trying to tie the game up, critical situation in the red zone. Stay with me. He spits in Delonte Scott's face, meaning he got ejected from the game, and that's a 15-yard penalty. So while they were figuring it out, we were thinking, okay, it's going to be applied on the point after. Not as big of a deal, but it still sucks. No, they had extra time to look at the play because he spit on someone. So he also false started on the play, which means they enforced that. So that's 5 yards. So that's no touchdown, 5 yards from the spot, and 15 yards on top of that. Instead of a touchdown looking to tie the game, instead it's 1st and goal from the 30-yard line. What? When I was watching this game, I could not believe what I just saw. And not only did it take points off the board, it got Jordan Ta'amu injured as well. Say what you want, but having your right tackle be forced out of the game and have another lineman come in there confuses the O-line, and poor Ta'amu's back there trying to throw the ball. He gets the ball knocked out of his hand, picks it up, trying to throw it quick, gets smacked, gets knocked out of the game. Francois has to come in for a play or two. Ta'amu rushes back to get in the game. I don't think he was fully okay to go in yet. And his first pass is intercepted. He throws an out route, too late, intercepted, and the Brahmas take it all the way back like 80-something yards. And in that moment, the game was sealed. But all of this was because of Jean Delance. That interception never happens. Ta'amu never gets hurt. We would have had points earlier in the game. There's so many situations where we could have actually squeaked this win out. I don't know how many games in my lifetime I've seen a right tackle hurt your team that much. It's honestly inexcusable, which is why the defenders actually cut him today. But look, I'm always for a player. Like, I'm always positive towards the team, towards the players. But spitting on an opposing player is absolutely unacceptable, and I don't want him on my team, especially when he takes 2 touchdowns away. Hopefully the defenders can shore up that right side of the line, because that was very tough. And hopefully, with no stupid penalties this week, we can take care of Houston. But I do want to put a few positives out there. Kiki QT looked good. Ta'amu really slinged 2 awesome touchdown passes. You got to think, if he hits those touchdown passes, he never gets injured, and that interception never has a chance to go. So he's probably got a 2 touchdown, 0 interception game, a clean game. But otherwise, I love this team. I think we're going to do great things this year. It's just one game, guys. You got to relax. And I think we'll be 1-1 this time next week. Let me know your thoughts down below. As a DC Defenders fan or UFL fan, please subscribe to this channel. Anything to help the UFL. So I'm going to get out of here. And for the love of football, defend football, baby.